Welcome to the Positosis Podcast, Season 2, Episode 1. My name is Chris Toledo. We are kicking it off. Hey, today's theme is about frustration. How many of you have ever been frustrated in your life? Hey, I can guarantee you that every single person that's tuning in has had at least a couple moments of frustration in their life. Kind of like I'm having right now. I'm having some technical difficulties. And I'm not exactly sure what the deal is, but this is going on the fourth day of not being able to figure it out. Here's why positosis is super awesome. Positosis is awesome because it reminds me that in order for me to figure out what's going on with this computer, with the issues that I got going on with my computer, the best way that I can figure it out is if I can stay in my positosis mindset. And my positosis mindset is my choice to continue to focus on the positive first and to transform every experience that I'm having, including this one right now of not being able to figure out what's up on my computer, into usable fuel for forward movement. For forward movement. So that tells me that I want to move forward. I want to get to the solution. I've called the tech people. I've called my friends that I think know something about technology. I have not exhausted all possibilities because there's endless possibilities. But through it all, yes, there's been moments that I'm like, I want to go, Argh. But then my positosis mindset reminds me that, no, son, you are a positosis player, and positosis players stay in the game. That's what I learned about the difference between like really good college players and professional players. You know, the top level college players, they're super, super nice. They're really good. Just like I was super nice when I was in college. I had a nice game. But what I learned, the main difference was that in college, I stayed focused pretty much the whole game, but maybe not the whole thing. There might be a minute or two that my attention might wander. You might look over there out of the corner of your left eye, see a little hottie, a little cutie up in the stands or whatever, and just for a quick second, your focus kind of gets going a different direction. Or maybe there's a scout that's in the stands that's looking at you to possibly play for their organization after college. So, you know, your mind kind of gets a little diverted. When I got to the professional level, and professional athletes have the ability to stay locked in, to stay focused the whole game. That's the main difference. And it's just a little slight edge difference. Maybe it's just a matter of just 4 or 5 thoughts in college that would sway. Whereas in the pros, the real pros, the positosis players, man, they stay locked in the whole time and they stay focused the whole time. So I'm taking those lessons that I learned when I was a professional athlete into figuring out what is up with my computer and this technology. Technology is my friend. Technology wants to get along with me. Technology is trying to help me. Frustration. So when you think about frustration, really, what is it? What is frustration? When you, the person that's listening, when you get frustrated, what really is at the bottom of it? And so after a lot of thought, a lot of contemplation, a lot of conversation about this, my conclusion is that frustration is unfulfilled expectations. Frustration is unfulfilled expectations. So what's the obvious solution? Well, drop the expectations. So my expectation is that an issue comes up on my computer that I can't figure out, some tech thing. I can't figure it out. So my expectation is that I'll be able to figure it out the first time that I try to figure it out. The expectation is that it will get resolved sooner than later. But if I release the expectations and I keep reminding myself in my positosis mindset, if I keep telling myself, you know what? I expect that this will get resolved when it gets resolved. If it takes a day, okay, it takes a day. If it takes 2 days, so be it. If it takes a month, then it takes a month. But my positosis mindset is what enables me to see it that way. It enables to see this as an opportunity. When a lot of people were focused on technology, like my son, and learning about technology from a young age, I just was not interested. I could care less about technology. I thought it was some foreign thing that I didn't really have much interest in or use for. As I've gotten older and I see some of the awesome things about technology, ways that it can completely enhance my message, that it can completely enhance my career, I think, okay, well, it takes time. It just like when I was becoming a professional basketball player, it took effort. It took dedication. It took a commitment. Hey, I didn't become a really good basketball player all in one day. It was a slow building process. And I fell in love with the process. I love practice. And so I'm just going to apply those same principles to becoming a professional basketball player, to learning technology. And part of learning technology, in my experience, is being able to manage my frustration in a very positive and healthy way. Now, don't get me wrong. I wish that I could figure this out within the next 5 minutes. I wish that I could, and I might be able to. But what I do know is that when your brain is in a positive state versus being in a neutral or stressed state, that it's 31% more effective. Studies have proven that. So to me, if I can just stay in a positive mindset about this, more than likely, I'm going to be able to get to the solution about 31% faster. That's a pretty good deal. It's not bad. And in the meantime, as opposed to, you know how it is when you're frustrated, when you get really frustrated. Those are all similar sounds that I've heard other people make that I have made when I have not managed my frustration. Hey, you never know. Maybe, here's a thought for you. Maybe instead of just getting frustrated in times when things aren't really working out, maybe we can turn this whole frustration thing around. Maybe we can get frustrated on purpose. Maybe we can transform frustration into usable fuel for forward movement. So that's what I'm going to do. Positosis players, all you out there that are listening to this and you want to improve how you manage your frustration, let me hear you say, ho, ho. I'll play it, which leads me to the next point. When I have been frustrated in the past, I never really considered turning to humor, turning to laughter, breaking up that frustration with some feel good. And for me, one thing that just totally breaks any kind of tension that's in my life is when I can have a real laugh. And when I have a real laugh, I know certain things that I can do, that I can say, that I can listen to, that really just make me feel good. They don't even have to make sense. So especially when I hear little slang, when I see the homies on the street corners just talking noise and they're going off a little bit, man, to me, that's super, super funny. And it's very, very entertaining. And so, ladies and gentlemen, frustration is your friend. Frustration is a great opportunity. Frustration is today's stuck in your head. Frustration is unfulfilled expectations. So today, positosis players, let's drop those expectations around frustration and embrace it. You know what? Here's the deal. I'm so pumped up right now that I can't wait till I get frustrated today. I hope I get frustrated today. My name is Chris Toledo, and I teach people to focus on positosis.